What is up, guys? It is Hoodie from Hoodie Plays, and today I'm here with episode 1 of our Road to London series, where I'm going to be going over all of the tournaments that I go to this season, kind of how I did, show you guys the list, and keep an ongoing track of what I'm feeling at the moment, and what I'm playing against at the moment. So before we get started, this video is sponsored by ADG. You can see them in the top right corner right there. They are a great organization that sponsors me for different endeavors and helps me get these videos out and helps me go to events and stuff like that. So shout outs to ADG. I will have a link to them in the description of this video. So I played in my first league challenge of the season and I won. I went 4-0. It's pretty good. I'm gonna try to show you guys the list that I played and why I played the stuff that I played. So I played a slightly different Hampus Aliens list. So if you don't know what that is, it is Behem, and Alolan Ninetales. This is what is different about my list than the normal Hampus list. I did not play Gumi, so this is one of the things. I did not play Gumi, and instead I played Mew. However, I switched that Mew for a Broxgrit. But this is the list that I played. I played 3-3 Pidgeotto, which is really good for airmail. Actually, I'm going to go in order of importance, like for the deck. So Pidgeotto is very important. However, this deck is based around Mysterious Noise. You do 90 damage for 3 colorless energy, and then you shuffle it back into the deck with all the cards attached to it, and your opponent can't play any items. So this is really good. It stops all custom catchers. They're not able to go custom catcher onto your bench. They're not able to play any of their like ball search cards. They can't switch. They can't do a lot of the stuff. So you do that, and then because you have to shuffle yourself into the deck, you don't really have a Pokemon to put into the active. So with that, we use Alolan Ninetales. So Alolan Ninetales has the Luminous Barrier ability. Prevent all effective attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's GX or EX. So a lot of the best decks right now are GX and tag team based. We have the Reshizard builds, we have the Pikarom, we have the Mew Mew stuff, just a lot of GX and EX. There's Blacephalon, which is heavily based around just that Blacephalon, and then the GX Naganadel. So a lot of stuff is just not able to swing back into you after you item lock them for 90. So it's pretty powerful to just be able to put him up there and then just keep it going. However, he does shuffle himself back in the deck, so you have to keep it going. You have to have a constant string of L-Gyms on the board. So what we do to help us with that is we play 3-3 Pidgeotto. So Pidgeotto has the Airmail ability. Once during your turn before you attack, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand, put the other card onto the bottom of your deck. So this is really, really good for being able to search out pieces that we need, like our Behems, like our triple acceleration energies, which we only play 4 energies in the whole deck. So we need Airmail because it allows us to look at the top 2 and we take one and the other goes to the bottom. And I know I've just now said that again, but if you play Acrobike, you have to discard the other one, or other search cards like Mysterious Treasure, you have to discard the other one. So Pidgeotto is great because it allows you to get something without necessarily having to give something away or discarding something in return, because we do need to hold all of this stuff together. We play the Ditto just because we are evolving into Ninetales, we're evolving into Behem, we're evolving into Pidgeotto. It's just another really good basic to be able to lay down. And this is pretty much all the Pokemon. It's really, really simplistic. Our strategy is to item lock our opponents into submission and basically kill all of their attackers that aren't a GX, because once we do that, they can no longer attack our Ninetales, and we just kind of win the game. And we do that at pretty much whatever means possible. And I say that because I did attach a Triple Excel to Pidgeotto and Gust to kill a Zapdos. So as soon as all of the non-GX attackers are gone, then we literally just kind of win the game, as long as we're able to keep stringing BHMs. But let's get into the trainers. We play 4 Acrobike. I was just saying how I like Pidgeotto more, and that's true. I do like Pidgeotto more. However, we do have ways to get back some of those cards if we do discard them, and a very, very strong position with this deck is when you have no more cards left in your deck. And so whenever you Mysterious Noise, the only cards going back into your deck are the Behem and the Elgin and the Energy. So that means that the next turn, if we Pidgeotto and we draw our card for turn, we can literally see every card in our deck, and then we can just do it over and over and over again. Next, we play 3 Mysterious Treasure. Again, another card that I said I didn't like the downside of. However, being able to search out 3 is pretty good. Being able to search out our Elgiums and our Behems, and be able to get rid of cards we don't need for the rest of the game. Like, say that we're pretty much stocked up where we are. We can get rid of a Pokegear. We can get rid of, like, a Communication. We can get rid of, like, one of our Lectures is literally the prime target 99% of the time. Because once you play these down, it's a broken card, but once you, it's very good early game and not good late game. So late game, we just kind of discard it most of the time. But that's also very good. We play 4 Pokegear because this deck relies on a lot of searching at the beginning of the game. Pokegear allows us to look at the top 7 cards of our deck and reveal a supporter there. Supporters are how we draw into pretty much everything in our deck, and the supporters are at the end, so I'll talk about them in a little bit. We play 4 copies of Pokemon Communication, and this is by far my favorite artwork of PCOM. We have like 2 copies in real life. I don't have the full playset, but these are very, very nice. But it allows us to choose 1 Pokemon in our hand, show it to your opponent, and put it on the top of your deck. If you do, search your deck for a Pokemon, show it to your opponent, and put it into your hand. So it's just another Pokemon search, which it was actually not bad that I played the Mew. The Mew literally helps nothing with this deck. Like, it, I guess, stops you from getting like Naganadel sniped or something, but it really doesn't do much against this, or like it doesn't really help us much. And that 1 bench spot that we need is not, it's not really worth what we have to give up by putting the Mew down there. But it did make Pokemon Communication live, so I was able to trade my Mew many times for Pokemon that I actually needed, which was pretty cool. However, there's a lot of times when you already have your Elgiums like set up, or you already have your Ninetales, and so you can trade a Vulpix and get your other Pidgeotto, or trade a Vulpix and get your Behem, or something like that. So there's a lot of times that Pokemon Communication helps you out a lot. Then we play Reset Stamp. Your opponent shuffles their hand into their deck and draws a card for each of their remaining prizes. So if they're down to, like, say they've killed a lot of our Pokemon and they only have like 2 prizes left, if we reset stamp them to 2 and then item lock them, the odds they draw out of that are pretty low. So the odds that my opponent is going to be able to attack me the next turn are not too good. Then we play Blizzard Town, which is really good for the non-GX decks, or the decks that play a lot of non-GX attackers, like the Green Zard, where they play the Volcanions and then the Zapdos and then the Giratinas and like stuff like that. This is really good for that. Pokemon with 40 HP or less can't attack. So basically, all those Pokemon have between 110 and 130 HP. So if we do 90, it puts them right in perfect range for Blizzard Town to make it so they can't attack. So if this sticks for just 1 turn, we are able to stop them from attacking us, and it really throws the prize trade in our favor, because not being able to one-shot a Pokemon that is able to one-shot us back is kind of scary, but if they can't attack, then it doesn't even really matter. This Power Plant, so he also did not play 3 copies of Power Plant, but I did, so this is not necessarily what you should be doing, but this is what my meta called for, which was, my meta was, I knew there'd be Pikarom, I knew there'd be Guardian, and I knew there'd be a lot of Mew Box. So with Mew Box, its whole deck is based around using Mew Mew's ability to be able to copy other GX's attacks, and also Pikarom is completely based around all abilities as well. So I decided to play Power Plant. It turns off all GX Pokemon's abilities, and it made it so my opponents really struggled, especially like item lock and ability lock is just awful, just really hard. And so I was able to lock a lot of my opponents out of the game. I also played against a Whimsicott deck, which was kind of interesting that I played that out of all the things that was there, and Power Plant is super busted versus Whimsicott. We played the one, well, I played the Mew in this spot in the tournament, but 110% I want a Broxcrit in that spot. I think this deck needs to play Broxcrit, and it can fit in a Broxcrit so easily. And then by that I mean into the game plan. Like, you don't have to play a supporter every single turn. It's nice to keep thinning your deck, to keep like drawing cards out so you can get to that end game slot where you're only putting in the Behems, but you don't need to every single turn. So Broxcrit, especially making my opponent go through so many Alola Ninetales because of my Broxcrit, is just really really good. So I think that's a good card for the list. I'll probably make an update video on this in the future, and I'll let you guys know. Then I play one copy of Copycat. I really like this artwork as well. Shout out to the old Copycat in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But this guy, shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw a card for each card in your opponent's hand. So this is really good only in a deck like this, where we're locking our opponent out of playing cards. So our opponent is getting item locked by our L-Gym, hopefully every turn. So if we're doing that, then they're holding on to a bunch of cards in their hands. Their hand can get up to like 12 or 13, and this speed runs our way, like AGDQ, like we just broke the record, speed runs our way to a 0 card deck, so that we can just shuffle in the BHMs and have an infinite, just easy way to keep cycling them every single turn. So I really like the one copy of this card. It's not, I don't like it in anything else, but I think in this deck it's super good. We play 4 copies of Cynthia, just shuffle our hand and then draw 6. Pretty standard for Cynthia. We play 1 Lily, which I wish it was more, but then again, I like the Copycat a lot, and I don't want to get rid of the Brock Crit, so I think it's fine. It's just used to keep drawing more cards to kind of thin the deck. Like, once you set up the Pidgeotos, which hopefully we get all 3 most of the time, it's like 2-2, but you get to 3-3 eventually. You're literally searching through 6 cards every single turn, so the 1 Lily won't be live all the time because you're going to have hopefully a large hand size anyway, so that's why Lily count is kind of low. But yeah, so play 1 copy Lily. We play 4 copies of Elm's Lecture. Search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon with 60 HP, reveal them, and put them into your hand. This is busted in this deck, like absolutely insane, because we can play this 2 turns in a row. So on the first turn, we can grab 3 Pidgeys, and on the second turn, we can grab 3 Pidgeotos, and that's actually insane. And hopefully we've drawn into other Pokemon, so we're able to do other stuff. But you don't have to get the Pidgeotto. Elm searches out the Ditto, searches out the Pidgey, it searches out the Pidgeotto, the L-Gym, and the Vulpix. It searches out everything but the Behemoth and the Ninetales. Ninetales is definitely the hardest Pokemon to find in the deck because you have to search it through PCOM, but I've never had an issue drawing it, especially since I play 3, and Hampus only played 2. I think that 3, especially in like my meta, is super strong. But yeah, so we play the 4 Elm's Lecture. But yeah, the last thing about this is it searching for 3 with 60 to get the Pidgeotos essentially turns it into a draw card, which is really strong for a card that sets up your board and is essentially a draw because Pidgeotto is now drawing for you. So really good. Play 1 copy of Liz and Tate, or Tate and Liza, I should say. And to be fair, this was in the list when I initially net decked it from Hampus. A lot of times I'll like see what's doing good, and then I'll take it and I'll play a little bit and I'll try to figure out like what is going on, why like what I like and what I don't. And this was something that I didn't understand why it was in the list, and I still don't. But it's a supporter in case we're in the mirror, or in case we're playing against like Cryogonal or something that's going to item lock us back, and we can't lay down a U-turn board. We're able to Tate and Liza, because I think in the Cryogonal matchup we would get item locked, and then we would knock it out with our own L-Gym, and then it wouldn't be able to item lock us again next turn, hopefully. But in that one turn that it does, we might have to Tate and Liza out our active so we can be him or something. I don't know. There's probably a much more Galaxy Brain reason that we play the 1 Tate and Liza. It's also just another draw supporter that is able to like essentially, because we're looking through so many cards with Pidgeotto, if we go 3/3 Pidgeotto, we look at all of them, and then we also play Tate and Liza. That's another draw 5 as well. The odds that we draw into Behem Energy are and L-Gym are pretty high. But that's kind of that. And then the last card that we play is we play 3 copies of U-Turn Board. This is the retreat cost of the Pokemon this card is attached to is 1 colorless less, and if it's discarded from play, you put it back into your hand. So this is really strong. Let's just look here, shall we? 1 retreat. 1 retreat. 1 retreat. 1 retreat. Literally, it's a theme. Everything in this deck has 1 retreat cost. Most of the time they go on the Ninetales because I almost said deck and cover because it's the same attack that deck and cover was basically. But basically we Mysterious Noise. And then we go into the Alolan Ninetales, and then we're going to have to retreat next turn so we can be him again. So we attach the U-turn board there, and then we can just retreat him for free because it makes it one less, which is now free. But yeah, then we play the 4 copies of Triple Acceleration Energy, and that is the list. Only these 4. It's 3, but you can only put it on evolution Pokemon. You'll be him. He evolves. But yeah, so that is the list. The 4 matches that I played, I won't go super into detail, but I'll talk about them as we start up this game. The first match, I played against Malamar, and Malamar went pretty good for me. I got rather lucky. I think that was my luckiest round of the day. I played against Malamar, and he whiffed energy on turn 3. I got the item lock round 2, and I never really let up. I just kind of item locked him for the rest of the game. He couldn't search for anything. And then he Cynthia'd the last 2 turns of the game and could not find his Espeon Deoxys tag team for the win, so that was pretty good. Round 2, I played against Guardian, which is a link forever in the stream chat. Also, if you want to check out my stream, please do. I stream the Pokemon trading card game a couple times a week, and we play a bunch of random stuff. We played Tordzard last night, and it was a lot of fun. We played against Igor Costa and a couple other good people, so if you want to check that out, the link is always in the description, and hopefully I will see you around over there sometime. But link forever, I played against him in round 2. He played Guardian, and the matchup is just god-awful for Guardian. However, he had the sickest turn, I think it was turn 2 or turn 3 that I've ever seen in my life, where he started off the turn with 2 energies on active Gardevoir Sylveon GX and 2 energies on benched Gardevoir Sylveon GX. I don't know what's going on with this, by the way. This is weird. I'm like lagging out or something. And then he attached an energy, and he Mina'd, and then he tag switched those 2 onto the active, and then laid down a Wondrous Labyrinth. So he shut off my ability to attack for the next turn and shuffled my hand into my deck. But I got lucky and I top decked Cynthia, so that kind of sucks. I did have 3/3 Pidgeotto on the board also, but even so, like that was just kind of crazy. But yeah, so I played that, and then actually I might have to restart PTCGO really quick. Did my internet just crash or something, or what's going on, dude? PTCGO, help me. I'm gonna pause the recording really quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, that was weird. So PTCGO gave us the win, as you see. Well, I'm still getting rewards from it, but yeah, that was our 3-game win streak. We're pretty good ways through the 2nd tier of the ladder. 3rd tier is the I want it so bad. We'll get there eventually. But I'm gonna search for an opponent against. Yeah, so I won against Guardian. That matchup's awful because they pretty much only played. I mean, they only play GXs, so they really can't swing with anything that's not a GX. And Alolan Ninetales just kind of wins, especially when I'm playing 3/3. It's just god awful. Looks like we have a game against Electric, Water, and Steel. So it looks like we're playing against Pikarom. Although I don't. Yeah. We're playing Electric, Water, Steel. We're playing Pikarom with Jirachi and Tapu Fini. That's what we're playing against. But yeah, and then the 3rd round I played against Jared, who was playing Pikarom, which was a pretty good game as well. That was the game that I attached the Triple Excel to the Pidgeotto and knocked out his Zapdos. It was a pretty solid game. I think he took the first 3 or 4 prizes. And then I came back and I killed his Zapdoses, and after the Zapdos die, then it's just kind of downhill for my opponent after the Zapdoses. They really can't do anything, so he was kind of locked out of the game. He couldn't find a stadium for a couple turns, and it was just like major sad boys. We're playing against Judge. No. Okay, this could be really scary if we don't draw out of this Judge right now. Although my opponent's not looking like he's drawn out of this Judge right now either. Yeah, okay, we did not. 100%, 1000% did not draw. Yeah. Okay, so I am... What? No, I forgot you can... Okay, well, he definitely did draw out of the Judge. I'm gonna Roar. Wait, your opponent switches their active. Oh, well, he can just go into the Jirachi then. That's lame. I'm gonna leave him here. And then, yeah, so I ended up winning. I KO'd all of his non-GXs, and I was able to take it. Well, that's a good start, boys. That's a good start. Yeah, we just have to survive this one turn, and then we kind of... Do I have Ditto? Oh, I prized the Ditto. That sucks. Yeah, we'll just grab this then. It's fine. And I don't want to roar because roaring lets him go back to the Jirachi, and that's the last thing I want to do. Yeah, so I'm just going to mention. So then round 4 in the Essential Finals, the 2 undefeateds were me and a Whimsicott, which was insane considering like how many Mew Box and how many like other decks were there. There's our top 4 was me, Whimsicott, Darkbox, and Pikarom. The Pikarom that I had beaten before. Who are you custom? Who do you think? Well, smart man. Does he have? Oh my god, this guy's crazy. This guy's insane. He's gonna full. Okay, well that's. I mean, but he didn't kill my Vulpix, which is what he should have done. Because now I'm gonna get a chance to. Yeah, this is fine actually. What water? You're playing a Finny in Judge Rom, you mad lad. But yeah, so against Whimsicott, I drew pretty hot against Whimsicott. I started item locking on turn 2. I didn't really let up. Yeah, fuck you, dude. I didn't really let up for a while. Actually, he literally cannot attack me. Do I just win? I think I just win with his board state because he's an idiot. Unless he plays Super Scoop Up. If he plays Super Scoop Up, he can still win. Because this boy is not attacking me with his Jirachi, and that's the... and we drew the Cynthia? Dude, alright, well, GG's, my friend. Good game, we win. Not really, that's exactly not how it goes, but... we did draw some good cards, though, including another Pidgeotto, including a Power Plant, which stops that shenanigans. And I could reset Stamp, but I don't really want to. I'm going to lay down this, just to give him another option to Tag Bolt. Maybe scare him into not Tag Bolting my Behem or my Pidgey. But yeah, I think we just pass. We're okay. We're okay. But what was I saying? Yes, okay. So we played against Whimsicott, and I started item locking on turn 2. I played a reset stamp on the turn that my opponent toy boxed, and it was all good times from then on out. All fantastic times. Sorry, needed a little drink of water. So he's gonna Tag Bolt, which is cool. But he is a genuine mad lad. He knew exactly what he was supposed to do. Smart dude. However, we just won the game. I think my opponent just extends his hand right here. Do I? No, I think I. Yeah, I think I just lecture. Oh, that's ugly, dude. We prized the Ditto and we prized a Pidgeotto. And we prized a Pidgey. Unlucky. So we're gonna define that Brock's Grit like yesterday. 6 cards in hand. Do I wanna? I don't wanna reset stamp him now. He's also already played 2 custom catchers, so he's struggling right now, like mad struggling. And that's funny because we haven't attacked yet. He's just chilling with a full bench full of GXs and stuff, and we just have this dude, but he is struggling right now. Although if I would have reset stamped, he might have not have been able to find the. Yeah, I mean that's cool, dude. You Jirachi all you want, man. But this kind of shows like this is a very, very strong. Wait, this says all effects of attack. Yeah, okay. It just kind of shows like how these really strong decks don't always necessarily have a check for Alolan Ninetales. My opponent does have a check. He 100% plays his Zapdos or something in here, but he just, I don't know if he plays Super Scoop Up or not. If he doesn't play Super Scoop Up, he might just like deck himself out. But he's just gonna pass the turn, which is pretty much all he can do. To be fair, I'm gonna Acro and take. Oh, that's a painful Acro. I think I grabbed this. That's a really painful Acro though. No, we're grabbing this. We're gonna have a very healthy. All right, we're gonna be able to swing this turn, which is pretty cool. We're gonna kill. Oh, but I'm killing the Jirachi. I don't want to kill the Jirachi. That's the last thing I want to do. I actually don't want to kill the Jirachi. Yeah, I 100% don't want to kill the Jirachi. I don't know why I just did that. Damn it. Acro, gotta grab Behem, cannot discard. Pidgeotto, gotta grab Behem, cannot discard. We do have attack for next turn too. What can we? Yeah, we'll just grab some. Our boy, Importante. We need that. So I can just retreat, go into my boy Behem and knock him out and item lock him for the next turn. So maybe should have reset stamped him before. Probably should have done that. But either way, he can't play any. He can't play any electro powers or anything. Okay, we found the Ditto. That's pretty. It's pretty clutch. It's pretty clutch. Yeah, wait, never mind. We didn't prize Pidgey. I'm just dumb. He just killed 2 Pidgeys. That was his 2 knockouts. Did we lead Pidgey? How do I have 2 Pidgey knockouts? I thought we led Vulpix, and then he tagged. What? No, he custom catchered and killed, and then he tagged Vulpix. Yeah, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Okay. Yeah. See, there's this. There's that. He also, I think because he's playing Judge Pikarom, means that this lad plays. Yeah, cool. Nice meme, bro. Sick memes. So we're gonna lay down that. So we're going to get that. I'm going to. Man, alright, we're gonna Pidgeotto first. See if I can. We'll grab this because that's something that I can treasure away. I can treasure a treasure and be happy about it. A treasure for an Elgyem. We need to put this Elgyem down because this is gonna be a Pidgeotto next turn. So that's why we don't want to use that for the other stuff. So we're gonna Brock's Grit, get back our Pidgeys and our 1 copy of Alolan Ninetales. We are going to. Yeah, I don't need to reset stamp right here. We are going to retreat and Mysterious Noise 490. And my opponent now is probably just gonna be like Alamau, put up Zapdos, do 90. Wait, or not. Hello? Hello? Like, is he just hoping that I don't attack 1 turn? Is that his, like, game plan? Is that he's able to Electropower? Because that's not happening, champ. We should be attacking the rest of the time. This is rough. I'm going to grab that because I think that'll be helpful. I like the Blizztown because if I hit their 1 Zapdos, yeah, we'll grab this. Who knows? We need an Acro for an Elgyem right here. We gotta do it. It's unfortunate, but we gotta do it. We gotta keep the lot going. We have to discard it. My opponent's played Thunder Mountain and Lysander Labs, right? He's played both. Yeah, okay. We can get rid of the Power Plant. He probably has like 1 more Labs left or something like that. Something not scary. It's fine. Put down my little Elgyem. And we're gonna retreat. And we're going to hit this bad boy once again. So this is very, very similar, I guess, to the feel of when I played against Pikarom. Wait, he's just gonna let me kill him? What is going on? What is he doing? I'm confused, dude. All right, we're gonna Pokegear and get nothing. Oh, so happy about that, dude. That was awesome. Oh, hey, thanks. I found. Wait, yeah, we have to grab this. So gonna reset stamp. Just get him to 4. Also, I just need to get that card out of my hand so I can leave for 5. Gonna leave for 5. Give me Behem or give me death. Fuck. That's fine. We're gonna lay down. I can't even lay that down. I actually can't even lay that down. I can lay down you. Give me Behem or give me death. That's not what I want. I'll grab you. Yeah, I guess. I only have 1 more Pidgeotto. I have to have Behem. Let's go. Hit the Behem. To be fair, I have a lot of cards left in my deck. I'm gonna attach. Oh, that's not a U-turn board. No, oh my god, can I not pick up this U-turn board? Alright, thank god. Alright, retreat, and he's gonna let us take 3 prizes, which is a bit of a weird champ, if I do say so myself. This doesn't make much sense to me. Why let me kill this? Do you just assume that I have custom catchers in this deck? Because I don't. I'm not sure why you would just let me do this, but we're gonna be able to get a... there's our Tate and Lies. We're gonna be able to get a Pidgeotto, probably a Pidgeotto? Yeah, there's my boy. Although, can't really lay him down. We're just kind of living the 2 Pidgeotto life because we gotta have that second L gem every turn. But now, yeah. See, like, I don't know why he didn't attack me with a Zapdos, though. Like, he can at least attack. I mean, like, he loses, but he can at least attack me with it, dude. But that is the deck. You kind of saw what happens. The deck is powerful. It shuts off items. It shuts off GXs. It shuts off a lot of stuff. And it's pretty strong going into the format. I think the struggles that this deck has are, like, Ability Zard is pretty hard. And then I think that like Mew Box can be difficult, but the heavy power plant version doesn't really struggle against it. And I think that Malamar, when it sets up, is very, very strong. Like the Giratina Malamar is very hard for this to deal with as well. But that's my thoughts on the deck. I'm sure I'll make another one with it later on, as I might be heading to Atlantic City in a couple weeks. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Shout out to ADG, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.